Yo, what's good, everybody? Welcome back to the Morpheus Code podcast, where we don't just skim the headlines. We dive deep, cut through the noise, and get real about what's happening in the world. I'm your host, Morpheus Code, June 7, 2025. The United States is a hot mess of headlines right now, and I'm here to unpack it all with a little grit, a little wit, and a whole lot of truth. We're talking about a massive cyber attack that's got the Northeast in the dark, Trump sending troops to the border like it's a game of Risk, Japan reeling from a killer quake, and a federal judge dunking on Trump's social media law. So grab your coffee, your whiskey, or whatever gets you through the day. I don't judge. And let's dive into the madness. First up, a story that's straight out of a dystopian nightmare. A massive cyber attack hit the U.S. power grid this morning, knocking out electricity for over 2 million homes across the Northeast. Yeah, you heard that right. 2 million homes, from New York to Massachusetts, plunged into darkness. The attack started at 3:17 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, targeting key infrastructure like power plants and substations. Power's still out in some areas, and officials are saying it could take days to fully recover. Now, the Department of Homeland Security is pointing fingers at a state-sponsored actor. And let's be real, we all know who they're talking about: Russia. This comes right after their latest assault on Ukraine, so the timing suspect as hell. New York Governor Kathy Hochul isn't mincing words. She's declared a state of emergency and called it an act of war on our soil. By 10 a.m., the chaos was in full swing. Schools shut down, traffic lights dead, hospitals scrambling on backup generators. It's like something out of a disaster movie, but it's real life, and it's happening right now. President Trump's already on it, promising a, quote, swift and strong response. He's not saying what that means yet, but you know he's not one to sit back and take a punch. The question is, what's next? If Russia's behind this, and let's be honest, it's probably them, are we looking at a cyber counterstrike? Sanctions? Or something bigger? This is a gut punch to our national security, and it's got me thinking, what's your plan if the grid goes dark for real? Better stock up on those candles, folks. I mean, think about it. 2 million homes without power isn't just an inconvenience, it's a wake-up call. We've been coasting, assuming our tech's untouchable, but this proves it's not. Back in the day, my grandpa used to tell me stories about living through blackouts during the war. Wood stoves, kerosene lamps, the whole deal. Maybe he was onto something. If this cyber attack's a taste of what's coming, we might all need to channel our inner survivalist. Trump's response could set the tone here. He's got a track record of hitting back hard. Think tariffs on China or that airstrike on Syria in 17. Whatever he's cooking up, you know it won't be subtle. Stay tuned, because this story's got legs, and it's only 11 a.m. Next, we've got a tragedy unfolding in Japan. A 7.8 magnitude earthquake struck off the Honshu coast at 6:42 p.m. local time. That's 5:42 a.m. for us on the East Coast. At least 47 people are dead, hundreds injured, and a tsunami warning's got millions on edge. The epicenter was 50 miles offshore, but the shaking leveled buildings in Sendai and Fukushima, yeah, that Fukushima, waves up to 10 feet smashed the coast by 7:15 p.m., and more could be coming. Japan's meteorological agency is warning of aftershocks for days, and social media is flooded with clips of roads splitting open, people running for their lives. It's heartbreaking stuff. Now, Japan's built to handle quakes. They've got the tech, the drills, the whole 9 yards. But a 7.8 is a beast, especially near Fukushima, where memories of 2011 are still raw. President Trump's already stepped up, offering aid and support, which is a class move. Disasters don't care about politics, and neither should we when people are hurting. Japan, we're with you. Stay strong out there. And for the rest of us, it's a reminder. Mother Nature's always got the upper hand, no matter how prepared we think we are. I've been to Japan once, Tokyo, 2019. And the way they bounce back from chaos is unreal. Vending machines back online before the dust settles. But this one's testing even their grit. Trump's aid offer isn't just talk either. The guy's got a soft spot for action. Remember how fast he sent FEMA to Florida after Hurricane Ian? Japan's a key ally, and this move strengthens that bond. Contrast that with the Biden years, dithering over aid while red tape choked everything. Say what you want about Trump, but he doesn't mess around when it's go time. Still, 47 dead and counting. That number's gonna haunt me today. If you got family in Japan, shoot them a text. Check in. It's the little things that matter when the ground's literally shaking. All right, back stateside, President Trump's making headlines again, this time with a bold move at the border. He's just announced an emergency deployment of 10,000 troops to the U.S.-Mexico border, effective immediately. This comes after a surge of over 15,000 migrants crossed near El Paso in the last 48 hours, overwhelming Border Patrol. Trump signed the order at 8 a.m., calling it an invasion that ends now. He's doubling down after yesterday's travel ban, and the Pentagon's moving fast. Troops from Fort Bragg and Fort Hood are en route with drones, razor wire, the works. Now the left's losing it. AOC's calling it militarized xenophobia. But Trump's base is fired up. Hashtag Build the Walls trending on X with over 1.2 million posts. And you can bet this is red meat for the midterms. Let's break it down. 15,000 people in 2 days isn't a trickle. It's a flood. Border security's a powder keg, and Trump's lighting the match. Is it overreach? Maybe, but it's also a promise kept, and that's why he's got the keys to the White House. Smart play or political flex? You tell me. Look, I get it. Immigration's a third rail. My buddy Carlos, born in El Paso, says the border's been a mess for years, legal or not. But 15,000 in 48 hours? That's not sustainable. Trump's playing hardball, and it's classic him. Decisive, loud, and unapologetic. The troop numbers alone, 10,000. Dwarf Obama's 2010 deployment of 1,200. AOC can scream all she wants, but her open border vibes don't fix the chaos. Trump's betting on strength, and the optics? Pure gold for his crew. X is a war zone right now. Half the posts are MAGA, and the other half are crying fascism, same as it ever was. Thing is, this ain't just theater. It's a real problem, and somebody's got to deal with it. Last up, a legal curveball that's got the tech world buzzing. A federal judge in Texas just struck down Trump's Online Freedom Act, ruling it's unconstitutional. The law, signed May 1st, was supposed to stop big tech from silencing conservatives by forcing platforms like X and Facebook to host all content, even the ugly stuff. But Judge Robert Pittman said, nope, it's a First Amendment violation, plain and simple. His 62-page ruling dropped at 11 a.m., calling it government overreach. Trump's team is livid, with AG Jeff Clark vowing to take it to the Supreme Court. Here's the deal. Big tech's a monster, and nobody's denying it. But forcing them to carry every post, even the hate speech, that's a legal minefield. This Supreme Court showdown's gonna be wild, and it could swing either way, free speech or fair play. It's a tough call, and it's got me torn. What's your take? Should platforms be forced to host it all, or is this a win for private companies' rights? I've been banned from Twitter. Sorry. X. Twice myself. Back when they were trigger-happy with the misinformation label. So I feel the sting. But making Zuck and Elon play host to every nutjob's rant? That's a Pandora's box I'm not sure we want to open. Trump's not taking this lying down, though. Clark's already drafting the appeal, and with a 6-3 conservative court, they've got a shot. The act was a centerpiece of Trump's free speech push, think Section 230 reform on steroids. Losing its stings, but the fight's far from over. Meanwhile, X is lit up with reactions, libertarians cheering, MAGA folks raging, and the blue-check crowd smug as ever. This one's gonna simmer all summer, mark my words. Tech's power is only growing, and how we rein it in, or don't, shapes everything. Let's circle back to that cyber attack, because there's more meat on this bone. The Northeast blackout isn't just a power outage, it's a domino effect. Think about the supply chain. Grocery stores running out of refrigerated stock, gas stations with pumps down, ATMs dead. One X post I saw said, day one of no power, and my neighbor's already bartering canned goods like it's the apocalypse. Funny, but not wrong. DHS says the attack used a sophisticated ransomware variant, think WannaCry 2.0, locking up systems and demanding crypto payments. No word yet on whether we're paying up or fighting back, but Trump's swift and strong line suggests he's not in a negotiating mood. Russia's the prime suspect, and the geopolitics here are spicy. Putin's been flexing since Ukraine. Sanctions didn't faze him, and now this? It's a middle finger to NATO, plain and simple. Trump's got options. Cyber retaliation, like that 2019 hit on Iran's missile systems. Or maybe he dusts off the old economic playbook, oil embargoes, asset freezes. Either way, he's got a chance to look tough, and you know he loves that. Hochul's act of war comments getting traction too. Hashtag Cyberwars up to 800,000 posts on X. People are scared, and they should be. This isn't some script kiddie in a basement. It's a nation state with skin in the game. My take? We need to harden the grid yesterday. Trump's infrastructure push better include that. Or we're toast next time. Over in Japan, the quake's aftermath is grim. Latest reports bumped the death toll to 53, with rescue crews pulling people from rubble in Sendai. The tsunami's receding, but coastal towns are a mess. Fishing boats smashed, homes flooded. One survivor told NHK, "The ground wouldn't stop moving. I thought it was the end." Fukushima's nuclear plant's holding steady. No leaks, thank God, but the psychological scars are deep. Trump's aid package includes Navy ships with supplies, set to arrive tomorrow. It's a solid gesture, and Japan's PM Kishida is already thanking him on X. Compare that to China's silence. Typical. This is where America shines. Stepping up when it counts. The border story's heating up too. Those 10,000 troops? They're not just standing around. Drones are spotting migrant groups miles out, and razor wires going up faster than you can say national security. Trump's briefing at noon. He's expected to double down, maybe announce more measures. Critics like AOC say it's inhumane, but El Paso's mayor's on record. We're drowning here. Numbers don't lie. 15,000 crossings in 48 hours is triple last month's rate. Trump's framing it as a win, and his base is eating it up. X's hashtag troops to the border tags at 1.5 million now, with memes of Trump as a cowboy roping illegals. Crude? Sure. Effective? You bet. And that online Freedom Act ruling? It's a powder keg. Judge Pittman's decision leans hard on precedent. Think Reno versus ACLU from '97. But Trump's team says it's judicial activism. Clark's appeal could hit the Supreme Court by July. And with justices like Kavanaugh and Barrett, it's anyone's guess. X users are split. Finally, big tech's off the hook. Versus Trump got robbed. Me? I'm stuck in the middle. Love free speech, hate censorship, but platforms aren't neutral saints either. This fight's bigger than one law. It's about who controls the digital town square. Buckle up, because it's gonna get ugly. So there you go, June 7th, 2025, in all its chaotic glory. Cyber attacks, quakes, troops, and tech battles. It's a wild ride, but that's why you tune in. Hit that like, share this madness, and tell me what you think below. This is Morpheus Code, signing off. Stay awake, stay free, and see you next time.